Eat, Sleep, Box and Repeat. I'm joined by Macaulay Mcgowan. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's final Sunday. I'm good.
Happy days. Firstly, I have to ask you, how's training camp going for this fight? I know you probably get asked this in every interview you do, but it's kind of standard. How are you feeling, going into
No, of course.
2 weeks out?
Yeah, no. Honestly, training camp's going the best I could ever, best I've ever had at training camp. I've never trained this way before. Never been this focused. Never been this intense. And people probably like you asking that question. Interviewers are probably sick of that answer, but that's honestly the truth. This is my first fight with Joe, so getting into his way and stuff, it's been really intense. So yeah, going great, going really good.
You mentioned there this is your first fight with Joe. That's what I was going to ask you next. What's that been like? What's it been like training alongside with Joe and then alongside the likes of, Callum Johnson, Tasha Jonas, etc.?
It's great. Well, when I first come to the gym, Charlie Edwards first joined as well. And we're all treated the same. Every fight you treat the same. And then I'd been in the gym 6 months with Joe before the fight got arranged. So I knew what he expected of me, started to know what he expected of me and stuff anyway, and come to learn the way he wanted me to be and stuff. But like I say, training alongside Callum Johnson, Natasha Jonas, Paul Butler, Charlie Edwards, even Mark Efron joined, Marcus Morrison. They're all great fighters, and you realizing that they're not doing anything more than you really. Like, of course they are the way they are. The top fighters are amazing, but when it comes down to it, they're doing the bag work. They're doing all the same boxing stuff as anyone else. It's the way they're doing it and how focused they are. So it was an eye opener as well, but also like quite comforting to think I'm training alongside these, and they're not doing anything more than me. So they're in a way of saying they're doing great. So I can do that as well. I'm just doing the same as them. So there's no reason why I can't achieve the heights that they have.
So obviously you're up against, I'd say maybe a bit of a legend in Sergio Martinez. What do you know about him and what he brings to the table?
Oh, Sergio Martinez is fucking great, isn't he? Like I say, I watched a lot of his fights growing up. I seen him beat so many of my fellow British fighters. The British fighters I looked up to at the time, he was knocking them about left, right, and centre. And he's obviously got beat off Cotto, retired, and now he's come back. And I think he's admitted that this is his final year as a boxer. He wants to win a world title. So it's crazy to think that I'll be fighting him in his final year as a fighter.
How did the fight come about then? When did you first hear about the chance that you might be fighting Martinez?
It honestly come out the blue. It just I had a message on WhatsApp off a mate from MTK. He said Sergio Martinez, question mark. I was like, yeah, of course. So I sent it to Joe, and Joe was all over it. Joe was like, yeah, of course, fucking chance to go to Madrid and chance to beat a legend like that. Like, fucking damn right, we'll have that. So it's been all systems go since then. That was a good, probably about 7 weeks ago now.
Obviously, you mentioned there that Martinez did retire back in 2014 after losing to Miguel Cotto, and then has come back in 2020. He's won 3 fights in his comeback. What makes you confident that you can be a man you can be the man to put an end to his comeback, so to speak?
Just the way I've been training, the way I've been preparing, the belief that I've got in myself. Even it never wavered, even when I've lost. Like, let's be honest, Martinez would have. I shouldn't have been in a ring in Martinez if he was in his prime, but he's not. There's a lot of things, a lot of attributes that he used to have that he doesn't have anymore. Don't get me wrong, he's still got a boxing brain. He's still going to be strong, but there's a few things that he doesn't do anymore that I think I can capitalise on to get the win. I don't know. It's a weird one. I've just got this crazy belief that that's my night. The 27th of January is my night. The 27th of January in 2006 was my first ever amateur win. So 16 years later. to topple a legend. So
it's weird how things work out like that, isn't it? It's so weird how things work out like that.
yeah.
Going back to the fight, Martinez is he's 46 years old, I believe now. Do you feel like the age disparity between yous will play massively into your hands?
If I use it to my advantage, yeah. If I do what I'm doing in the gym and do what I know I should be doing, then of course, yeah. Look, when it gets hard in there and I'm still in front of him and he's hit me with his best shots and then the fight's not going the way he wants to and he is starting to feel fatigued and stuff, and I'm still there, I'm still coming, and I'm making him miss, like, it's up to him to think, well, this is my last year as a professional. Do I really want this? Or you think bites down and fucking goes for it. But, I'm going to be there in front of him and I'll be asking questions of the old man. Really will be.
A lot of people say that they don't like fighting Southpaws. A lot of people say that doesn't bother me. It's just, it doesn't matter whether they're Orthodox or Southpaw. Obviously, Martinez is a Southpaw. And you could say possibly one of the best Southpaws over the last 2 decades, potentially. How will you overcome that obstacle?
Just relentless drilling, relentless training, fucking not switching off. My first loss was to a Southpaw. I've only boxed a few Southpaws as an amateur, but I'm actually winning. I'm in a winning record. I've got a winning ratio against Southpaws. Maybe not as a professional, but overall as amateur and pro, I have. So look at it like that. It's not too bad. But like I say, same again. Coming to Joe, his expertise on boxing and his coaching methods. There's a lot of things that I never knew I should do against Southpaws. A lot of things that I wouldn't even try, or my whole mentality and thinking about sometimes you can overcomplicate fighting a Southpaw, and he's simplified it for me really. Something to, drilling the basics constantly, and it shouldn't be an obstacle. I've had plenty of notice to get my head around it, to work on fighting a Southpaw, so I don't see it as a problem.
Your last fight was back in December 2020, I believe. So it'll been over a year. It'll been 13 months or so since you were last in a competitive ring. Has it been a frustrating period for you, or have you not mind because it's given you a chance to get to grips with the way you train with Joe? How's it kind of been for you?
No. The first couple of months after my last fight, I was like, whatever. Got my head round getting beat again. It was pretty hard to get my head round, but I never come out the gym. I stayed fit all the time. It was pretty frustrating in terms of boxing. I did want to fight, especially in the latter end of the year, and nothing come about. And then out of nowhere, this come about. The year's just flying by. Like, I don't even know where 2021's gone. Like, I thought, it's got at the end of 2020. I thought, right, 2021's going to be my year, and it just flew by. Outside the ring, I had a good year, to be honest. And like I said, I haven't been out the gym. I've teamed up with Joe. I was there the last 6 months. So don't really look into it too much. It was frustrating, though. I did want to box. I'd love to box every month if I could.
Winning this fight in a few weeks' time would be the best possible start to 2022 for you. Aside from that, what goals, have you set yourself any goals at the start of the year? Any aspirations for this year in terms of boxing? Ideally, how do you want the coming year to play out for you?
Okay, well, I never knew this opportunity was going to come. If I win, I'll get a high rank with the WBA. So I win by the end of next year, fight for a world title. Well, this year, fight for a world title. No, my eyes are always set on the British title, and if I win that, well, I would give it my best. Win this fight, then I'll be looking to fight for the British title. Really, that's always my aim, to keep active, to keep winning, and then I want to be British champion. I'd like to. You know what? I've been boxing a long time, and I've never won a central area. I've never won an English. I'd like to win them titles, but the aim is always a British. But and that's like calling myself I'm just a British level fighter, which I probably am, but I'm trained. All I'm solely thinking about is Sergio Martinez, and I just feel like on the 27th of January, like it's going to be my night. my one night in history to do something great. And I might never have that night again, but I believe on the 27th, that is my night.
This fight's obviously at middleweight. Do you feel like that's your best weight?
No, not at all. I probably should. I should have been welterweight really, and then I probably settled around light middle. But you can't knock opportunities down. I ain't had a fight in like say a year, and then you'll get to the opportunity to fight one of the best middleweights of my generation. Then I'm not turning it down. It's just weight at the end of the day. If like in previous fights, I've still boxed the same as like. Say if I was boxing at welterweight or whatever, I thought, all right, I'll just box the same as that. But you're supposed to adjust. If someone's a bit bigger and you're naturally a bit stronger, you're supposed to adjust. And I never adjusted. Whereas this time round, I'll be adjusting to maybe he will be a bit stronger. It might be naturally bigger, but I'll be adjusting to that, and I'll be using it to my benefit.
So you said there, obviously that you can't turn down opportunities like this. So this is at 160 pounds, but ideally, say for example, you do win, and you said there before about wanting to fight for the British or the English. Would that be back down a weight then, or down 2 weights? Ideally,
maybe not welterweight. I think that might be pushing it a bit now because, like I say, I'm boxing a while, but I have been growing. I've been training hard. I'm in fucking good shape, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. It's all a blur, to be honest. It's all mad, and I'm trying not to contradict myself. But I know my weight should be like super welter. But like I say, fight at middle. But then if I beat Sergio Martinez at middle, then why not stay at flipping middle? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, just roll the dice, keep rolling the dice, and I think that's where it comes. I just like to keep, no matter what, I just like to keep rolling the dice, and I might. There's a saying in like the army, is like no plan gets past first contact. Kind of the same as everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face. Meaning I could have this perfect plan set out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And then they go, boom, do you want this fight? And I think, oh, well, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'll have that. So that's where I'm at. I'm just trying to go with it as much as possible.
Absolutely, the best way to be. I think you'll be obviously in the away corner fighting Martinez. It's in Madrid. Could be a hostile crowd. There'll be, a lot of Spanish fans in there. Does this bother you at all? Or do you enjoy kind of that underdog mentality, kind of against the odds type feel?
Yeah, of course. It's amazing. It's like I can't wait to go over there and like, don't know, people will be like, oh, because I've done it before, say Ricky Hatton was fighting, we'll all be like interested in the opponent. Oh, there's his opponent, blah, 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 blah. So Sergio Martinez got a few diehard fans out there. They'll be interested in me a bit. And I'll be going into Spain. I'll be an underdog again, the away fighter again. It's becoming the norm at the moment. So to be honest, a few of my mates were booking the flights and that today, so that'd be good. Be good to see them over there. A little away trip for them.
Happy days. You'll have some of your fans over there. So what does a win do for your career? I know it's quite a difficult question to answer because it would obviously be the highlight of your career so far. But try and sum it up for me. What would a win do for you?
It mean everything. Honestly, it mean everything. The amount of mental not torture, but the mental exhaustion. I've put myself through this fight, working, training, working, training. That's all I've done. But then I've got a family, I've a young family. I don't know. It just mean everything to me. In terms of my career, it'd be the best night of my career, and I don't think there'll be another night that tops it. I just want this win so bad, and every ounce of energy I've had for the last 8 weeks has just gone into making sure I get this win. It will mean everything, and I'm going to give everything to make sure I get it. But yeah, looking back on my career in years to come, I'll remember this. I remember that night the most. This night when I win. So yeah, I'm giving it my all.
And finally, what can we expect from Macaulay Mcgowan come fight night?
Oh, might be a box of tricks. No, I'm hard. I'm determined. I've actually got a better skill set that people give me credit for. I'm fighting Sergio Martinez, so I'm gonna have to use it. I'm just gonna do it at all costs, and win by any means necessary. I'm a dog in there. Yeah, I'm gonna be like Rocky fucking Balboa. Just go for it. Like I say, when I say what I've got to lose, I've got a lot to lose in terms of how much energy I've spent wanting to win this fight. Like I just want to win this fight, so I will lose that if I do lose. But it's all on him. Like, I'm just a young lad coming through, but then I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm not gonna worry. I'm just gonna let my hands go, do what Joe tells me to, and I'm pretty confident getting the win.
Well, listen, Macaulay, thanks very much for your time. I really appreciate you speaking to us today.
No, appreciate it, Paul. Thank you on this Sunday evening. We should be having Sunday dinner.
Yes, hopefully you can bring back a big win for British boxing away in Spain. Listen, all the best, Macaulay. All the best for fight night.
No, thank you very much, Paul. I really appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.